Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and today we're going to take a closer look at this Klein PowerBox 1. I don't see a Klein PowerBox 2 anywhere on their website, so this might be the first of a set of these accessories they're going to be making. What we've got here is a 4-outlet, 5-foot cabled, magnetically held power box that allows you to slap this on the side or on the back of your toolbox and actually power up at least 4 120 volt AC devices and 2 USB-A ports and 1 USB-C port. There's a 45 watt one. This particular one is probably for your computer. But anyway, it's got 4 mounting holes as well if you want to use screws or bolts or something else, or just put something all the way through. You got wire, or you've got rope, or whatever. Or if you do just a standard screw, it's got the keyhole so you can drop it down onto it to keep it secure. But the magnets are really what's nice. So you can just slap it onto something and it's on there pretty tight, meaning you can easily pull stuff in and out, hopefully, without pulling it off your box. Now I've got it plugged into this thing. Oh, by the way, I wanted to point out I found my old battery charger. I had mentioned this in my Gulu review where I charged up my truck battery on my old truck, and I mentioned I had an old one. It looked like a piece of stereo equipment from the 70s. This is it. It's a 6 volt or 12 volt. You just flip the switch here. It's got the old dial meter here. Looks like an old analog meter. This thing is a mess. It's all rusted out inside. It's got bugs living in it, clamps that are corroded. It's held together. Wow, look at that exposed wire there. That electrician's tape from the 80s, duct tape holding this together. Anyway, and it made a huge amount of noise. So anyway, I found it. There it is. I still have it. I guess I haven't used it in a while. But anyway, so let's take a closer look at this. I have got this set up to a fault, basically, where I turn it on. I'm not getting a ground on this, and that's kind of to test this out. So I'm going to turn on my Klein meter here, test this one, and see. So I've got, you can see the red's glowing. I've got a fault. I've got an open ground here. 117 volts is what that one's reading. I'm going to put it in here. What do we have? Same fault, 118, 117. With, as you can see, my open ground. So it's not giving me my green grounded light here, but it is giving my protected light. I don't know what the clamp time is on this. Klein doesn't say on their website, but I did read on one website where I was kind of exploring reviews on this, whether or not to get one, that an electrician had done some clamp time testing and it was well within what would save electronics. So I guess I have to take his word for it. So anyway, I've got 2 work lights there. Quickly turn on and off. That's kind of nice because you can feel them and turn them on. Or if you're trying to get a light or something plugged in and it's dark, that's a good help. And if I check out, go ahead and run one of these USB. You can see here, what do I have? I've got 5.06 volts. That's good. So easily charge up phones, small electronics, and then larger electronics with the USB-C. This sells for about $39.95 or so on Amazon. That's where I got this one. Comes in a big box. Looks like this. Shows some of the stuff. I picked up a handful of Klein tools that I'm going to be exploring, but I needed another outlet. Normally I go to different computer ones, but for 39 bucks I thought this was worth testing. It seems really solid, it's compared to some of the chintzier ones there. And I like the magnets because I am going to use that. That's great. In fact, I might even just mount a plate on one location I'm thinking about just to use the magnets so I don't actually have to screw this into a wall. But anyway, it looks like a solid unit. I'm glad that Klein's diversifying their product line and making some of these things because they do have the expertise to build them more for the shop. I like the orange. I like the layout with the grounds all to the outside. Sometimes when things are all lined up and you get one wonky cord, or somebody got creative with the design of the plug, and then, you know, you got to either stick them on the back or the front, or you can't use one up against the edge. So that looks like a solid design there. And I'm happy about that light. That's kind of nice. Sometimes the only way you find these things is by that little bit of glow that says it's on. And the light works. Let's see. Nope, that held a residual charge. It's interesting. So it doesn't turn on unless this is turned on. So that, obviously, I guess that makes sense because the entire electronics have to be shielded from any kind of spike. I was going to try it with a tool here real quickly. Got my Milwaukee drill. This guy here, my first Milwaukee drill. People say I don't have, you know, I don't use my tools or something. I'm upgrading tools. That's why I started the channel. I'm getting new tools. But I can bring out the old ones. Anyway, plug that in. And getting a little bit of a blink with all the electronics I've got. And you can see, what are we working with? 150, 450. Can't read the amps anymore. Like they say, I dropped my tools. But anyway, thought you might be interested in knowing more about this guy. If you're looking for one of these, or you want to upgrade your toolbox and put on some power, this is a great way to do it. And with that, Doc out.